Welcome to Plug in Your Mind, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing fabulous. Hey, everyone, it's Chin.
Hey, it's your brother Jay.
And it's P. We're here. Guys, how has your week been?
Our 8-day week?
Yes, our 8-day week.
No comment.
Week's been great. Let me tell you, it's been great getting everyone's feedback from our first show.
Yes.
Shout outs.
Yes. Well, listen, we can't really be shouting out everybody right now, but you know who you be. But we really appreciate everybody, giving their feedbacks and sharing our posts. So just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully you're tuning in again.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Jay?
Hey, much love to each and every one of you. Like Chin and P said, we appreciate your support. We're going to be here continuously giving you that very deep, in-depth topics pertaining to what we have to offer, and loving your feedback. Just keep it going and stay locked in.
All right, guys. So we have an interesting topic for our listeners out there. Should true friends support your business?
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun. Listen, I believe that people have lost and gained some friends through the process of their business. This is an interesting one, guys. What do you think?
Chin and P are just like, man.
Well, okay.
Get the coffee ready.
Hold on. Let me just rewind. So you know how I was saying, thank you for everyone who, supported our first podcast and whatnot, right? I'm gonna touch on something real quick.
All right.
Now, I know that I've personally sent out the podcast to quite a few quote unquote friends, acquaintances, and family members, and I can tell the ones who listened. No, seriously. I can tell the ones who listened to the entire podcast, and I can tell those who, they listen to the 1 minute mark and then they skip to the 20-minute mark. You know what I'm saying? You can tell, because once you start having that conversation with people who claim to have listened to it, you're like, so you touch on a certain topic and they're like, yeah, I am the queen of nodding my head and when I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, should true friends support your business? Yes and no.
Ooh.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Let's hear it.
Our podcast, it might not be of interest to you. And you can straight up tell me that. I'm not like, you have people who don't watch TV.
Yep.
You have people who don't tune into radios or whatever. That's just not their thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
You can say, listen, Chin, that's not my thing. But, I know people who are interested in those stuff. I'll pass it on. That's a form of support. But if you're just like, it's not my thing, and you're just done right there, and you're supposed to be a friend of mine, we're going to need to have a conversation. But should true friends support your business? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because sometimes their support is very unwanted. Their support is unwanted. And when I say unwanted, they come with it's like the negative Nancy.
Negative Nancy, run. Negative Nancy, run.
It's like, where are you coming from with all of this? Like, just support me in a positive way, but you don't need to be coming as, like, why are you doing this? You think you have enough money to do this? Who's going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just say, hey, I'm proud of you. Do you need anything? And be done right there. But, yeah, you guys can let us know what you think about that.
Jay?
Yeah, you know what? Chin struck a nerve when she was touching on this topic, because it's such a very, very broad topic. I mean, yes and no. I look at that as well, and I just think, just experiencing what we've gone through, having a business, or not even having a business, but trying to get involved it can go in so many ways. When I think about should true friends support your business, how can they support? Why would they want to support? You kind of factor a lot of things in. And honestly, I just think from my experience that most of my friends, they're still my friends at the end of the day, but I come to realize just through growth and development that, and for all those listeners who are starting a business, all you young entrepreneurs, keep in mind, I will start off by saying, when you get involved with business, think about your priorities. Why do you want to get into business in the first place? Do you just want to get it to show off to your friends, your family? Or is there something more bigger where you want to develop character and you want to offer a product or service that is going to help others? You know what I mean? I think that a lot of us don't really look into that right at first. And I'm a victim of that. And so there's a lot that we're going to definitely touch on that's going to break down that. But P, what is your take on that? Because we're all smiling, then we got a serious face, then we're smiling again.
Oh, come on. My face is not serious here, guys. Listen, I thought long and hard about this, and originally I said yes, but I tapped myself. I didn't fall in the basement, but I tapped myself, and I was like, you're not obligated. How about you're passionate about your business, but your friend may not be passionate about what you're doing, and that's okay. And we shouldn't take that personal, That shouldn't be something we should, fly off and, oh my gosh, that's not my friend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay, you have your online business, right? Your digital marketing business.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have anything I need to market at this time. I would not be supporting you financially, but how I could support you is morally. If you ask me to post something or show up at an event, I could definitely do that for you, I can, like Chin said, ask, ask if you need help, I could definitely do that. But what I'm not going to do is hate on you, hate on your business, hate on anything you're doing, I want to see my friends win, because when they win, I win.
Absolutely.
Hating is a waste of time, waste of energy, waste of your thought. Don't do it.
All I do is win, win, win. DJ Khaled said best.
I want to ask you, ladies. Now that the hate part, like, how do we define hate? Because, for example, when you mentioned that, you said you would support, and I respect that. I told P, I haven't told you, Chin, I'm a digital marketer, and I'm looking for a team that wants to win. I'm not saying P doesn't want to win. She's just taking a break right now from wanting to win with me. But no. On a serious note,
Let
ladies.
me clear my throat. What?
Are we going on that, yeah?
But hey, like, when people look at hate, we can define it in different ways. Like, for example, I don't take at all. P was very honest with me when I told her about my business, and at that moment, she's, it's just nothing that she's of interest at the moment. But who knows, down the road, she may be of interest, right? But some people take that as, well, you know what? It looks like we're not as cool as we used to be. You know what I mean? I thought you were a ride or die sister from day one. I thought, we went back years. Now I got my business, and you're telling me that you're not involved? To me, that's hate. I'm just speaking from a person's perspective, you know what I mean? Because this does happen. So how can we define hate? Because I think there's a misunderstanding on how people perceive hate. So when hate comes to your mind, ladies, because we see a lot of it in this world, especially pertaining to business, how can we define hate for all our listeners? And listeners, let us know how you define hate when it comes to business. How do you define hate? Like, how do you break that down?
That bad-minded friend.
Bad mind.
Bad mind. Bad mind. Like, say I'm telling P about my business venture that I'm going into, right? And we're talking, and she's like, yeah, like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so amped. Go for it, Chin. You're going to be doing so well. We leave off that conversation. You feel good about it, right? And then you get a call from another friend, like, hey, P was just over here telling me about your business, and she was like, yeah, I don't know why she doing that. It ain't gonna flourish. It ain't gonna this. It ain't gonna... That's a bad mind. That's a hater.
Let me just go for a walk. I'm getting flashbacks right now.
That's a hater, and that happens very, very often.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That happens very often. Trust me. Watch your friends.
Well said. Honestly, Chip, P has that very Inspector Gadget look. She's just like, she's pondering.
The hate. I think the hate is like unsupportive.
Mm-hmm.
You have to decipher whether, like Chin would say, what is real and what is not,
Okay.
When I think of that hating thing, I'll be like, Chin has her business, right?
Yeah.
And has a clothing line, and she's selling clothes and jewelry, and there I am, she has a blouse for $50, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to spend that $50 because it may be too dear for me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or I probably just don't want to spend it.
Yeah.
I may go to Jerry's down the street and I see it for $45. Now I purchase it for $45. And I see Chin, and Chin sees me with the blouse. She gonna know that, hey, P didn't buy that from me, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why would I just not buy it from her, you know what I'm saying? Your friend rather just go and support somebody else than support you. And that would probably make me kind of watch my friend a certain type of way, like, all right, I see you, like, really? You couldn't support me? Oh, so you bought the t-shirt, you bought the blouse for $45 and you couldn't give me the $50, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You couldn't give me that extra $5?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I got kids.
Yeah. Yep.
I think when people hate, it's usually something about them and nothing to do with you. It could be like that jealousy, that fear, lack of understanding. I think that's what it stems from.
Yeah, we're getting to the deeper root of the cause. Like, so it's more of a. Do you feel like it's more of an internal thing?
Yes,
Ladies?
it is.
Absolutely.
It's
Definitely.
Why do we get to that level? Like, it fathoms now. Like, we're having this discussion here, and I just think about, for example, there's a brother of mine. This is a true story. There's a brother of mine who he's still a brother, but he sees my post. You know what I mean? I know people will like your post, but I also think that it's more encouraging to comment, and get some.
It's quicker to just click the picture and keep it moving.
Yeah,
Keep it
that's
moving,
true.
right? Yeah. Well, it's true. It's quicker. But do you feel like it's more genuine? Because I feel that people can genuinely want to comment, hey, keep up the good work. Like I said, it doesn't have to be financially. But when I think about what you just said, like something has to do with internal, I often think it's because, like, that person is not doing not just the same thing, but something proactive as you. And then which comes back to this comparing one another. I mean, we grew up together, and that's, you want to rise together, like we want to win together. But there's this human nature, and plug in the mind, that's what we do. We talk about human nature, but always want to compete with one another. Why do you think that is always the case? Like, is there something wrong with human beings where we continue just to battle within one another? It is a battle within ourselves. Like,
It's a generational thing.
generational thing, eh?
Yeah. I think, like, that's what, you don't want to take it all the way back. But
Flashback.
But I think it's a generational thing where you're always competing, Like, I remember, like, growing up in Jamaica, it's like, back to this want to go outside and play.
Of course.
You can't go outside and play, and you know this, P. You can't go outside and play until you finish, cleaning.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Cleaning the floor, putting the floor polish on.
Until you finish your chores.
Right? Until you finish
Your homework,
ironing and
yeah.
folding.
Yeah.
You can't go outside. So, all right. So, you have your 3 cousins, and all y'all want to go outside. All right. We're going to time each other. You have this task, I have this task. Let's all try to finish together.
Yeah.
And it's a race. So you grow up with that mentality, same way of like, it's a race to the finish, like who's going to get there first.
Yes.
So I think that's kind of where it stems from, where you're just always trying to get there before the other person.
That's a good breakdown.
The competing thing for me, it's actually a motivator. But when because you're, like Chin said, you're competing and you're like, all right, I need to do this and I need to finish it quickly. But it comes a point where we start putting the comparison. And we should not compare ourselves to anything or anyone.
Very
Because
true.
when we start putting comparison on something, it turns negative. And we're all equal in the space of this earth. You know, we stand here, we're equal, and people may say, no, we're not, but you need to really think about it. We're all equal. We came into this world, we're going to leave.
Oh, in that sense, we're equal.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're all equal.
Yeah.
So comparison should not be. And people fear that because we're living in this world, everybody can't win. And they're wrong. Everybody, we have choice. Everybody could win. You understand me? Everybody could make it in this life. You could have riches of anything you want. You just have to go for it. You know what I'm saying? We can all have that. But we think that, you know what? Me and him can't have the same. And that's not true. Of course we can. If we break that mental thinking down, we would be okay, you know. But the comparison thing, we compare one another to everything. To the way we dress, to the way we look, to how we run in our business. I run my business how I want to run my business, how I feel fit to run my business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's how I want to run it. But you're going to compare yourself with another man and that sort of thing. Sometimes, you know, you start comparing and there goes your mental, you know?
Yeah.
You mentally break down because of comparison.
Yeah.
And she's so, because as she's talking about that, and I'm connecting it with my story, it was like, oh, Chin finished first, you came in last, and then the person who came in last, that's like a horrible, horrible feeling. Like, even though you all finished and now you get to go outside, but still you're going outside and you're not feeling as great as the person who so-called finished first, because you got labeled as the person who finished last. Yeah. Right? So now you're going out there all sulky and all pissed off, and if the ball hit you in the wrong spot, like you ready to fight.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
The law of attraction is not on your side.
It's like that whole comparison thing, it just throws off the whole purpose of why you were working together in the first place, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I like the fact that you mentioned that, because I just completed my first ACPR.
Yeah.
And all you needed for the test, we're all there to pass. That's the whole objective. It doesn't matter what you get on the test. We all need a 60 to pass. Some people were mad because they got a 90 and not 100.
Oh, gosh.
Right? So when I think about things like that, we're here to pass.
Yeah.
Why are you getting so upset about that? And it's just like that competitive nature, right? Going back, it's generational, right? And I just think about, what comes to my mind is partnership. How important is partnership dealing with business? Because, again, a lot of people, we know, we were talking about this earlier, like we have specific barbershops, one beside the other, beside the other. But what if those 3 barbershops, for example, partnered up together? Would they be more powerful than them being individual entities?
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
One thing we fail to realize is that unity, it makes it. Being unified, you could do anything with numbers.
Yeah.
One man alone, he could still do it.
Yeah.
But if I have 5 people with me, I could do it faster.
Of course.
You know? But we choose to do it by ourselves sometimes because, hey, like that comparison thing, and you have that drive and that pride thing behind you that, hey, I need to do it by myself. You know, and we forget that, hey, I could team up with Chin, I could team up with Jay, and we could do this together, and we can make this.
Absolutely.
You know, we
But
can make
sometimes if people have been burned too, right?
Oh,
They just feel like,
Good
you know,
point.
like I've been burned so many times, like I'm just going to gun this on my own and do it on my own.
Yeah.
But absolutely working together with other people, especially if you're in the same industry, your business can thrive tenfold. You know? Because
Absolutely.
even as you're talking about barbershops, 3 barbershops right beside each other. If you've ever drive by a barbershop on the weekends, they are jam-packed.
Yeah.
And say you're going to a barbershop at 6 o'clock and you say to the barber, you know, can I get a haircut? He's like, yeah, absolutely. How many people before me? And he's like, the whole bench over there. You look at the bench, there's like 10 guys waiting for their hair to be cut. It's 6. You need to be somewhere at 7. You know what I'm saying? But the barber, the 3rd one over, he has a slot that he can fit you in. Now, if all those barbers were working together, that barber is gonna say to you, you know what? The third shop at the end right there. Go over. He will take you right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting money in that man's pocket, who's not doing as well as he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if he's selfish, he's gonna be like, no, just hold on, I'll get you in. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
While the next man is sitting over there like just picking at the cuticles, waiting for somebody to walk in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're working together, trust me, your business can do way better than if you're just by yourself.
Great point. Next thing that comes to my mind, because like I said, this is a broad topic. Now, this might be very touchy, so ladies, feel free to put me in a headlock. Feel free to throw me off the show. But I'm going to touch on a very sensitive issue pertaining to this topic, and that's value. Value. When I mean value, I mean what you provide. Like, for example, I have friends who have businesses, but there's really not much value. I have a friend who has a Caribbean restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the food, like, I seen this brother. He's shopping at, I'm not trying to put down grocery stores, but he went to the typical no frills, food basics, and you're charging.
He's not buying organic?
No, not organic.
He's not even cooking with
GMO free? Oh, no. But you think about it, value. Does that play a significant role? Because for me personally, I have actually, and I'm guilty of this. I have went to other places because for me, value is important. Like, you got to put your work into your craft into that work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're overcharging, and I find this very common in our neighborhoods, in our ventures, overcharging. So what do you expect? I'm gonna go to, let's say, again, don't want to sound stereotypical, but Lucy's restaurant or market, because some things shouldn't be overcharged like that. Remember, we're not all millionaires. Right now, none of us right now are here millionaires,
yes.
But you know what I mean? Value. So how big is value in regards to business? Do you value, like, when dealing with partnership or business, how much of value is really vital in your decision?
Value should be 100%.
100%.
Yes, it should. It definitely should be. If you have a business and you're going to put out something to the public, make sure it's good. Make sure it's of value. Why would you get into business and want to put something half? Come on, no half-stepping when you have a business.
You almost had a Mob Deep moment.
No half-stepping when you have a business. Come on. Like Jay said, he would definitely go to the next.
I have. And I will.
If I see you and you're the chef of a restaurant and you're no frills and you're charging me $15 or $20 for our curry goat or our oxtail, and I'm seeing you picking up these items at no
and
frills.
It's not even a goat, it's a mutton. You're telling me $15 for the goat and that's a mutton?
Listen,
no.
I'm not going to be supporting you because you're giving me no frill products. I shop at no frill sometimes. Come on, don't give me that. I know what be popping up on no frills. Don't do that. If you're going to have a business, in anything that you're doing with your business, please go 100, because you're doing it because you're doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it because you want people to come and support you.
Absolutely.
So put something out good, people. Put something out good, because you know what? When you put something out good, we will support it, because you know what? You have some value.
Absolutely.
We've been to Coast. It's a restaurant. It's a restaurant
Sorry,
downtown.
I just love how she says that. But yeah,
Can you say it again?
Coast.
We've been to Cost. It's down. It's in the Bisha Hotel on the 44th something floor.
44th floor.
Oh yeah, you remember the 40th floor of the Bisha Hotel?
We'll be going there in the summer, Jay. Don't worry.
Thank you.
We'll treat you.
Thank you.
City View.
Their food for me, like whenever I go to a restaurant and I'm spending my money, like, please feed me.
Yeah.
Okay? Feed me. I'm leaving my home hungry, so when I come to a restaurant, I need to be left, like, full.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to Koost, they don't give you, like, some huge portions. Although their portion size, they say it's shareables.
Yeah.
Shareable for who? Okay?
An empty belly, but one person,
No,
real pinch,
no,
80-pound person.
You know, however, me, like, my stomach is very sensitive to certain foods or to, like, certain oils and stuff. And I remember the last time I went there, a couple of girlfriends of mine, because when P and I went the first time, we weren't really like dabbling into the food that much. We were more there for the drinks and the views. It was one of those days.
Living that high life, high life.
You know, this time I was able to indulge in the food, and I was eating it, and I was like, my chest is not burning me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what kind of oil is this? And they're like, it's truffle oil. I was like, ooh. You giving me truffle? I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at the chicken because we're like, you know, we get a whole chicken or whatever. And I'm like, that's a whole chicken? I'm like, where's the rest of the chicken? And I'm like, oh, that's organic. You know what I'm saying? So
you forgot where you were on the 44th floor.
You know the difference between an organic chicken and, you know,
a regular
GMO
chicken. A GMO chicken.
Because when you go to these other restaurants and you get a whole chicken, like, you can take some home for the rest of the family, right? But this, you can even share with 4 people.
Mm.
And I was like, you know, you left there, you feeling all good, and you're like, when the bill came and it was like $100 and something, you're like, here you go. No arguments, no nothing. It's like, you know, here's your tip. No problem. Now, I go to the restaurant at Jane and Western Road. You want to charge me $20 for what? What's that oil called? The you know.
Don't tell me they're using vegetable. They must be fried with vegetable
Yes.
oil. Yeah, so they're probably fried with vegetable oil and vegetable oil. I don't want to fry with
saturated fat and all them things that burning up your chest. You know.
Heartburn. You need to lick down some peppermint. Yes. Heartburn.
And they're not even giving it to you in the good containers, those styrofoam.
Oh yeah,
containers.
Cancer. Them cancer containers. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you want to be charging me $20 for that meal, and that's a GMO chicken?
Yeah.
And it's not even like the proper lettuce. That's iceberg lettuce. You want to be giving me?
I know.
And it's not even organic. And you want to be charging me $20? Now, if I go to the other Caribbean restaurant up the street, I'm paying $5 for that same meal. I'm not gonna complain because that's $5. But up like a block up the street, you want to be charging me $20 for the same food? But the $5 food tastes even better than the $20 food?
Yeah, that's right.
Better get out of here with that nonsense. Value your stuff when you're trying to keep consumers.
You hear that? Can you say that one more time, please?
Value when you are trying to keep consumers.
Thank you. Thank you, Chin, and thank you, P. It's important. I mean, it's very important when you think about value. You know, you heard it from P, you heard it from Chin, you know, because we go from value. Now I'm going to touch on another topic. You ladies ready?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
Okay. So we go from value, and then we go to...
You're giving me that
We're
face.
we're getting the eyes. What's going on?
Are you sure you're ready for this? Look.
We ready.
Hey, you know, carnival around the corner, eh?
Hey, start the jump.
We ready.
Emotional support. And the reason why I say emotional support, because a lot of people get emotional with their business, and their emotions can often break or make their business based on the decisions off of their emotions. Now, ladies, I mean, I'm going to share a story real quick with you, and then I'm going to get your feedback, because most people think about support, and we talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
They think it's just financially. But I have lost not just friends, but family members based on emotional support of business. I mean, you know, like Chin said earlier, some people are broad-minded. But
Hashtag.
And then we talk P about win-win situations as well. So there's people who, sadly, even in your own, you know, people say you know what, I think it goes blood's thicker than water, the expression,
Yes,
right?
yes, they do say
But
that.
a lot of people are starting to find out that actually water's flowing better than the blood.
Well,
And
it does flow better than blood.
Yeah.
The
As
ladder.
long as it's not Flint water.
yes, there you go, Michigan. You know, shout out to our people in Michigan. You know, but
Sorry, folks.
you know, emotional
Come on.
support. Like, I mean, I think that goes to me. I know business. The primary primary reason why you're in business is for profit. I
Yes.
think it's clear. If you're
Yes,
not in for
definitely.
profit, then you're volunteering.
Yeah, don't do business then.
Yes. So emotional support, like the story I have real quick is again another brother of mine, right? Not a biological brother, but close brother of mine. He came off with, "Why do you want to start that business?" You probably heard. I see you roll your eyes, so you probably heard that before. And why do you want to start that business? I was told, and I said, "Well, you know what? I think it's a business that will work." Nah, I don't think it will work. So I said, okay, if you don't mind me asking, I'm not going to put out the brother's name, just out of respect. No snitching, right? Snitches get stitches?
Damn right.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
don't snitch. We don't know like no rat here. All right.
That's right, that's right.
Hold it down, baby.
But the brother said something very astonishing. I asked him, okay, you think it doesn't work? I love constructive criticism. He asked me, I asked him, why do you think it's not going to work? And he told me, I just don't think it's going to work. I know that. Like you told me, you confirmed that, but like why?
What's the reason?
What's the reason? He couldn't give me a reason. And to me, I was just like, this is a brother who, you know, from day one, anything you do, I'm there for you. I got your back. It is what it is. You know what I mean? This is a brother actually, I even said, you know what? Maybe we can work together, get you involved. Nah. 2 weeks later, from that conversation, this brother supported a similar business to mine, just wasn't my business. And I'll be honest with you, you know what I mean? I had a, ooh, dear child.
You were in your bag of feelings?
Yeah. Because I'm like, we grew up together. So
Yeah.
emotions, emotional support, how big is that when it comes to dealing with business? Because it was a wake-up call. I needed it, but at that time, I was thrown off, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's like you grew up with a brother or a sister from day one, and then, you know, you're in the deepest, darkest moment of your life, and this person just deserts you. You know, and it really hurts.
That
Right?
sounds like a hater.
Yeah, that does sound like a hater. But
A hater
So-
who did not want to support you in any way
Yeah,
whatsoever.
yeah, it's his own insecurities, and there he goes supporting somebody like, yeah, same
Right.
business. Hater, you a hater wherever you at.
Brother man.
I'm thankful I got my sister's back here. But emotional support, like, how big is that when it comes to your business?
It definitely is big, but it all depends on the type of person you are. So if you're a person that takes everybody's opinions and it gets to you, then it would definitely break you down.
Yeah.
But if you're a person who is strong-headed and strong, if something like that arises, you'd be able to see it for what it is. Sometimes life brings you certain things, and God shows you certain signs, and you got to keep your eyes open and make sure you don't pass those signs.
That's
Don't
right.
play blind to them. And people sometimes reveal who they are. And you know what? You can't be upset over that. You cannot. You just take it for what it is. You keep on rolling and you keep on doing what you got to do. Stay focused.
Great advice. Chin?
You know, there's this girl that I follow on Instagram. She has a holistic, organic company, and she's young. And I don't want to play the whole age thing, but I have to put that out there in regards to her. I think she's 24 or 25.
Okay.
And she's one of those people who live her life on social media, where her phone is constantly in the forefront of everything that she does. And it's posted. So you know, you see her one moment when she posts and she's like, oh my goodness, you know, I'm getting in 2,000 new orders for the day. I'm so excited. Rah da 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 da. And then the next moment you see her breaking down.
Yeah.
Right? And then I remember a couple months ago, one of her posts, she always used to do like these morning inspirational talks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, for people who want to get into the business, this is what you should be focusing on and rah da 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 da. So this particular day, you know, she was just going on. And you couldn't see her face, but you can tell when someone's on the brink of crying.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I was listening to it and then I had to stop because I was like, at this point, you need to get off social media.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But she kept on going on about the fact that she had no one to support her.
Mm-hmm.
No one was there to like help her. You know, she needed help to get a few things done. And she literally is just running around the city trying to get everything done for herself. And there's no one there to help her. And I was like, you went into this business, because I remember the day when you said you're going into this business.
Mm-hmm.
And you went into this business by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you did so, you went into the business with the help of family members.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here you are complaining that you don't have any help.
Mm-hmm.
If you are going into this business, family members, yes, they're going to be there to come in here and there and give you a helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to have legit employees where you delegate their workload.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody know what it is that they're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
But you didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it like from that business perspective, right? She didn't do that. So now here she is where she now would have benefited if she had had those employees.
Mm-hmm.
But here she is now crying, having a mental breakdown. You know, I have no one to help me, and this is just effed up, and this is, you know, and I just cut it there, and I started to send her a message, and I was like, I ain't sending her no damn message. You know? But then I was like, ow, hit myself right there. And then
We need you. We need you. Don't be hurting yourself.
Call the medics. You know? And I was like, why are you on social media talking about this whole emotional breakdown that you're having? And, you know, where she had to take herself off social media for 5 days, but she only lasted 2 days. You know, but it's like that was her looking for emotional support from someone, because it's not that she couldn't do all those tasks on her own, but she needed someone to give her that pep talk to say, you're okay. Yeah. You're going to be fine.
Yep.
But it's that same pep talk she gives to people every morning. But here she is now where she now needs it, but there's no one there to give it to her. But it's like, you already know this. You're that strong individual. So why are you dependent on someone to give you something that you're already equipped with?
Very true.
You know?
Is it would you say that's a form of like hypocrisy in a sense? Because you're speaking and I'm giving advice to like other like newly marketers, but at the same time, I have and I go through that as well. So I mean, there's times where I'm human, so there's times where I play the role of a hypocrite, but I mean, that really makes me think to myself just about that. You know, you really struck a nerve. I'm just like,
Sometimes you just have to take a breather.
Yeah.
Like I said, why was she on social media doing that? Get off. That would have been your one moment where to say, I'm not living my life with social media for this 2-3 hours while I have this breakdown.
Yeah.
Because I've had breakdowns. I think probably once in my breakdown where I've ever reached out to someone. But normally when I have my breakdowns, if I have to cry it out, I cry it out. If I have to scream, I scream it out. If I have to, like, you know, put on some Toni Braxton and sing it out for 2 hours, then I do so. You know what I'm saying? And then I collect myself, and then I'm like, you know, I don't tell a lot of people this because they might think I'm crazy.
Hold on. Crazy moment from Chin.
No, I have a tree that's in front of my apartment.
A tree?
A tree.
Like
See, Jay's already giving me the looks. I feel like I should just end this conversation right now. I have a tree that's in front of my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And in the summertime, I go outside, you know, I have my music on, I'm a little something, you know what I'm saying? You know, I sit outside, and I look at this tree. I've been in this apartment for a couple of years, and I look at this tree, and I'm like, yo, winter comes, and you lose all your leaves, right? Spring comes, I see your buds start to come back in. Summer comes, and you're fully bloom, like nothing ever happened. Right? Yeah. So the seasons comes and you change. For the people that might just look at it as like, this damn tree is just blocking my view from seeing whatever. But for me, I look at it as something else. So when I'm going through my moments, I think about that tree. And I'm like, right now I'm going through fall. I'm going through winter. I'm losing my leaves. Yeah. But you know, my spring is going to come again. And I'm going to bloom. And I'm going to be back like nothing ever happened. She should have had that moment where she realized, like, right now she's going through fall. You know, take her moment, relax, and collect herself and come back again. And sometimes you yourself might need to do that. Yeah. When you say, you know, you feel like you're being a hypocrite because you're giving out these advice, but then who's giving it to you? Yeah. You give it to yourself. You're equipped with all the tools. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you looking for? You know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Chris, this is how you would light a fire. You're telling me how to light the fire. Yeah. But you're going through something right now, and it's like you mentally block that out. You're going to come back to me and be like, I don't know how to light the fire. How do I light the... Calm down. Collect yourself. What did you tell me to do? Oh, yeah. And you're going to light the fire. And I've never said one thing to you about how to light that fire. Because you already know. You just need to calm yourself down and go back to that place.
Yeah. Maybe it's a form of just being anxious, I guess, because anxious...
Overwhelming. That's what it is. It happens to everybody. It even happens to children, too. Yeah. Like when you're doing tests and stuff like that, they know how to do it, but they blank out. It's just an overwhelming feeling. It's just part of being human. Yeah. And that's okay.
And that's the thing you have to... It's okay.
We're human beings, so it's okay, man.
It's okay. It is okay, guys.
Really, it is okay.
In this animal kingdom, we're the only ones like this. Yeah, trust me. Yeah. So all the other animals ain't like how we are.
It's true.
It's crazy, I'm telling you. I mean, no, that was very deep. And just for the record, Chin, I don't think you're crazy. I don't have a tree by my door, but the concept, I mean, the concept was deep. Like, I mean, because we do change. And, you know, they say things about, like, you know, winter season, most people get depressed, shorter days, not much daylight, you know, so it does have an effect on people's personalities, like, from what I hear, right? And actually from what I observe as well. So that's pretty key. P, any take on emotional support? You have any?
I did.
Did you touch on it?
I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez.
I believe I did.
I'm having my own emotional.
I think I did.
Well, check
and
back
if I didn't, then it's okay.
It's okay, guys. It's okay.
It's okay. I'm allowed to do that. It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
I believe I did, but hey, if I didn't, don't come for me now.
Ladies, I mean, we've touched on quite a significant amount. What about the solution? Like, what are some of the solutions? Because I know, you know, we have quite a few viewers, listeners tuning in, and they have their businesses. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we want to plug into their mind, and from experience or from friend or mentors, what are some of the solutions? Because, you know, one thing I notice in society is that we dwell too much on the problem instead of the solution.
Correct.
Right? And, you know, on this topic here, should true friends support your business? What are some of the solutions that we can kind of magnify so that this is no longer a problem? You know, have you ever thought about what could we bring to the table?
Yes. You can you can tell your friends how they can help you out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So your friend may not know how they can support you. If they can't support you financially, they may not know how to support you in another way. Yeah. But you can tell them, right? Because that's how they would know. The next thing you can do, if you're not finding support from your friends or your family, you can definitely find like-minded people who have businesses and who are motivated just like you, and you can, join them together and, put up forces and go take over the world,
Like Pinky and the Brain.
That's
Yes.
right.
You can also network.
Bacon.
Network is a good thing. Network is really, really good. Networking, my gosh, you can network with all people, everybody, all over the world. So networking, you could definitely network with people.
Absolutely.
You just have to go out there. And to be honest with you, when you're out there and you have your business, you're going to find people just like you with their own business and would be motivating you and you doing the same for them. So you just got to go out there. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go out there, I'm telling you, your friends and your family will be the last set of people to support you, but that they don't make your business. You understand me? They don't make your business. You do.
Absolutely.
So go out there, network, find people just like you who are doing the same thing. And make sure they're positive, eh? You don't want no negative stuff coming your way.
We don't need them. We don't need the negativity.
No.
Chid, what's your take?
I just co-sign everything that P said, and especially to keep that circle filled with positivity, because whatever you're speaking into that is what will manifest itself. So if you're on a negative tip, that will seep into your mind, and then that will just put a whole another spin on why is it that you're in that business in the first place.
Absolutely.
So keep it positive, keep that space cleared of any negative energy, and
Yep.
you'll do great, whether you have the support of your friends or not. And I mean, listen. We all want the support of our friends.
We do.
Because that's what you think, that's what your friends are supposed to be doing, is supporting you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you hear this, P? Do you hear this, P? He's like across from me. Do you hear it?
What? No, but it's true. It's true.
Damn it.
I'm just put you on blast here. She didn't support.
Hello. I did support you, and I even posted out. What?
She did.
She did.
Yeah.
I'm guilty. She did.
And she had to correct me and tell me, Chris, you got to post with you. I'm like, oh, yeah, duh.
No, but, you have to. And listen, here's the thing. Sometimes when your friends think that they're supporting you, they'll come to you, like, say you have a restaurant or whatever, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, I have a friend that has a restaurant, I'm going to order from them. But when they come to order from you, they're like, so, what discount am I getting? That's not support.
The D word.
Yeah, that's not support.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But in their mind, I'm supporting you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not you supporting me, because you're not going to the next person and saying, so, what's my discount?
Mm-hmm.
I might ask you what's my discount when I've already ordered $600 worth of food from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you put in an extra coleslaw or something?
Yeah.
That's when I might ask you for a discount. But I'm not going to come to you when you're already selling me something for $5 and be like, so what's my discount?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got them out there, man. Trust me. Your
You
friends
know?
and family are the first people to ask you for discounts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And trust me,
Or they'll
walk
bring
in-
their friends and be like, oh, no. My sister owns that shop. Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
Right? And the got you is, we ain't paying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sometimes you might just want to forget about that friend or family member's support and just keep in mind why it is you're going into business in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like I said, just keep it positive, because whatever you're thinking is what will manifest itself.
Love it. For me, two things that I definitely appreciate or get people involved is prayer. They don't have to support financially like we talked about.
Yeah.
They don't always have to get their feedback, but just I would appreciate their prayers, because when you have your business, no matter what you're doing in life, you can't go wrong with praying for someone. You know what I mean?
True.
Like I know not everyone's into the whole prayer thing. I understand that, but I mean, for those who are, like, I would appreciate that. You know what I mean? Or good intentions or thoughts.
Yes, definitely.
Towards what I'm trying to put out there. I would appreciate that. I mean, that means a lot to me, right? And I have quite a few friends who have been doing that consistently. You know what I mean? Like just randomly, just checking in, man, how things are. I always have you and your business and prayers. And I appreciate that. So that's one way of me looking at it as a solution. Don't look for too much, but it doesn't hurt to just have a prayer on behalf of success and growth and development, right? A next thing that I actually have been working on or initiating is giving away free stuff.
Okay.
So I have a lot of part of my business, I have a lot of free giveaways.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like free stuff? Right? Right? So I mean, for all you listeners, I mean, don't be filling in the plug-in inbox for free. Yeah, I need a free card. I need free, this, that. But I have free discounts or free things that kind of just show people just a token of appreciation, just to get them involved, because I like to reward people who take action. Like
Definitely.
I said, I am very grateful. Let me just say, if I haven't said it on the first show, I'm going to say it here. I'm grateful for these two ladies beside me, Chin and P, because like I said, I could have done this by myself, and it would have been a lot of headaches. But when you have people unified, and we're all on the same mind frame of trying to get this done, and these ladies have taken action, and I appreciate you both. If I feel more at ease, you know what I mean? There's time where I'm not going to lie, I was running late. Black people's time, Black History Month.
He's not on Caucasian time.
No. This month,
his time is not that bad.
It's not that bad. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Actually, you're not an hour late, so you're good.
Yeah. Jeez. We go to commercial. But these ladies have stuck it up. There's people who they have took off. I'm like, hey man, I'm here. Where you at? You're there. Yo, bro, I'm out. I've been out from time. You were there. Like, man, I'm gone. These ladies have actually stuck it out, and I appreciate that. And it just shows me a lot. It shows me a lot about their character. It shows them a lot about integrity. And I value these sisters. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I definitely want to continue a podcast with these ladies, because you want to be with individuals who are like-minded and come together on the basis. And if they need any free things that I have, I'm more than happy to share them. Actually, I think I have.
Do you have any deals with any car dealerships?
Actually, I do.
Say one there.
I do, actually. We'll talk after the show.
Wow.
But, I mean, just give it away, like I said, the things that we can do to help out. You always want to provide solution. That's how you know people care. Not just being critical, even though it can be constructive or unconstructive, but what can I do to help the situation or to make the situation better? I mean, those are the individuals that you want to stick close to, because they actually care.
Yeah,
you know
definitely, yeah.
So it's very important for us here, having this podcast, and for the listeners. You want to be around people who care, or, maybe they financially can't do this, but emotionally they can do this, or emotionally they can't do this, but I'll pray about this, or I'll recommend such and such to this place. Any way where you find someone helping, that is what I call real value and just real help. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
A lot of businesses women and men need to understand that, right? So that's my take on that, ladies. So before we wrap it up, any final thoughts?
Oh, yay, final thoughts.
It sounds like a Jerry Springer moment. We'll be back with our final thoughts.
Jerry.
Does Jerry still come on?
No.
They canceled him?
They canceled Jerry, but Jerry's now going to come back as a judge.
A lie.
Jerry's
doing what?
Similar to Judge Judy.
Stop. No. I'm done.
Wait.
Done.
Was he a former judge before he
I
got
don't
it?
know.
Was that his practice? That I can understand.
I know he was a mayor or something like that. No, he was. He was in politics before. Yeah. But I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, he's come back like a Judge Judy 2.0.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, good at Jerry.
Business.
Hold on. Did y'all know that Judge Judy's a black woman?
Who, Miss Judge
Light
Judy?
skin?
We'll talk about that on the next show.
We'll put that on the next show.
Plug your man in, folks. Plug your man
Plug in your mind, ladies.
Oh yeah, my final thought.
You're not getting no beats for this final thoughts.
In the booth with P.
Yes. Don't let anyone make you feel pressured or obligated to do something that you don't want to do. You have to want to do it.
You know, I think we need to get a camera in the studio because you should have seen.
I didn't
the
pressure
look.
you, P.
You should have seen the
Listen,
look.
guys.
I didn't pressure you. I feel good. there.
Guys. So yes.
I'm signing off.
Hold
there.
on, guys, stop it. Listen, don't fall for the guilt trips out there. You know your friends make.
I'm giving P this look like, you know what, like, wait till after the show.
Don't fall.
Thank you,
fall
Chip. Chip put the paper in front of my face.
I know Jay's just giving me this hard stare, and I'm like, that's all I can do is crack up. But listen, don't fall for the guilt trips. I'm gonna tell you right now, people can make you feel guilty, but don't fall for them. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
It's a bad feeling. It's a bad feeling. Do not fall for that.
Don't you need to separate the two of you?
No, we're good.
Remember why you went into. Remember why you started your business in the first place, right?
Absolutely.
Just remember why you did that, and stay focused. It's important.
Mm-hmm.
Filter all those noises that's going to come at you.
And there's a lot of noises.
Yes, definitely. And I just have a little thing for people who are starting their new business, or they have the next big thing that's going on in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let anybody know what you got simmering inside the pot.
Great.
You know why? Some people out there might be subconsciously wanting you to fail. They may not tell you that in person, but they're actually thinking that. You never reveal what's inside the pot until it's finished. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Well said.
It's like you know, you ever use a pressure cooker?
Yeah.
A pressure cooker does not make noise until it's done.
Mm.
That's when you know your food is ready to come out of that pot.
Mm-hmm.
Move in silence.
I was
Leave
just
that
going to say that,
pressure
move in
cooker.
silence, yes.
Stealth mode.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Seriously.
Any business you're doing, and I've tried and I failed at many of things.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't fail. You learned.
No.
Sorry, correct yourself.
There you
It's
go.
a learning.
But what I was
curve.
gonna say is, even though I used the word fail,
We don't like that F word.
Yeah.
sorry, sorry, guys. There's another F word I can't use. Darn it.
That's 2 words.
Darn
2
it.
words.
But you know, I don't look at it as being the end of me trying.
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's just like, you know, I took what I was supposed to take from that and apply it to the next.
Absolutely.
And I know why those things never work out. So any business that you're doing, don't ever think that the first attempt is going to be the winner.
Absolutely.
You
That's
might
true.
have to try 10, 15 times before you actually get it right. But the key in it is to make sure you learn the lesson.
Mm.
You have to pay attention and you have to apply to your next venture.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, just keep it positive. Keep it positive. And eventually, if that's what's your end goal is to be successful, it will happen as long as you keep going at it.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, P, for your final thoughts. Chin, thank you for your final thoughts. And for me, 2 things I just want to throw out real quick is 1, partnership. Don't feel that you have to go at it by yourself. If you can find any way, shape, or form to partner up with people, do it. Yeah, I mean, this podcast, like I said earlier, I could have done it by myself. I knew probably the headaches that would come along by starting it myself, but it's much easier that I have partners such as P and Chin right here. So again, partnership is essential. So I'm a living proof of that. And secondly, I like to say, was my second thought. Had a little brain freeze here for a minute. Second thought.
That was like
Okay, there we go.
That was like the cold vortex that hit.
Yeah.
We had to snap him back in place, y'all.
Yeah, I was just like, I had a get out moment for a minute.
Whoa.
He was in the sunken place.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you for flashing that camera. Last thought is take action. Take action.
Like that.
We take it easy, Chin. Take it easy. Chin.
Who tells Chin to trouble that, eh?
Chin troubling the mic.
Trouble in the mic, that hard iron, but I do phone on my too.
Well, she took action with that one. Take
It's
action.
hard, right? All right.
Take action. And the reason why I say that is because there's so many great ideas that we write down, we think about it for months, even years. And then you're like, okay, I really want to put it out. And then someone has already put action to that idea.
Yeah.
That's right. Do not procrastinate. Take action. And like I said, that will take you a long way. Remember, most of the people on this planet don't take action.
You're definitely right.
And
I've done it before.
Yeah.
We have all done it. So
people
yeah.
who stand out, they take action and they take calculated risk. That was probably, if I had to throw in a bonus, risk. Life is all about taking risks, but you want to calculate those risks. You know what I mean? There's people do risk for YouTube and not that type of risk, but yeah, we're calculating that key of risk. Always calculate the risk that you take. And that's my thoughts. So, ladies, P, you want to close us out since you started us in?
Yes, I want to close you guys out. I'm so excited. I'm closing you guys out. Yeah.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-ling-ling-ling.
Ding, ding, ding. Anyways, guys, y'all be humble and be wise out there, and y'all have a blessed week. We are out, and stay tuned.
Peace.